this is Jamie Magridge. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card. I might step it up just a little bit and add some gold leaves in here, but let's get started. I'm going to be using the Celbrate Sunflowers stamp set and the sunflower dies that coordinates with it. I'm going to be using this die here, this die, this stamp, and this stamp. Okay. For consumables, I'm also using a couple other things. I'm using this die. I've already cut it out from the soft seafoam, the Tasteful Labels dies. This one. Let's get the stitching in it. I've cut that out already. This is 1 3/4 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. It is Mossy Meadow, and I've run it through the greenery embossing folder. This one. Okay. And then I have a card base, So Saffron, 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. A scrap of Whisper White to do our stamping and coloring on. I'm going to be using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, So Saffron ink, and then I have a few blends. I have the So Saffron Dark, Daffodil Delight Dark, Dark Pumpkin Pie, Light Granny Apple Green, and Dark Mango Melody. I just grabbed a bunch of yellows. And then for my braid on this one, or for my trim, I just received the braided linen trim. It's really pretty, so I'm going to use that on this card. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and stamp. So let's use the Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment on this die. I want it to be all the way over onto this right hand side. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a little crooked, but it'll work. Okay, then on this scratch paper, I'm going to stamp the sunflower. Awesome. And then 2 of these leaves, because I want 3 leaves. Okay. Done with that. Now I need to bring in my chamois to clean off this stamp, the leaves one. Might as well clean off these other ones while I'm at it. Okay, and I'm going to bring in my card base. I'm going to open it up. I just find it a little bit easier. And I've got a couple of post-it notes. I'm just going to tape off the back side just so that I don't get the stamping over the edge. Open the So Saffron ink. And I'm just going to stamp this whole entire front of this card with these leaves. So just stamp and turn. There's no right or wrong for this. Just filling in your front of your card, giving some texture to it. And I just try to turn my stamp periodically so that it doesn't have the same orientation all the way around. Just fill in a couple spots here. And I'm going to see if I can stamp this one a little bit better. It's not perfect, but alright. Take that off. Let's close up the ink. Alright. Now we're going to color these. And what I did is, let me remember which one was lighter. I started just by coloring, this is the daffodil, down here towards the bottom of this petals. Let's color this whole center in. And then I came in with the pumpkin pie. And I added some pumpkin pie around this a little bit. And a little bit around the bottom. Like, not a ton, but just a little bit. Okay. And I came in with the dark mango melody. And I blended out a little bit farther from the pumpkin pie. And dark so saffron. I just colored in the rest of it. And I just grabbed colors that I had available. Some of my other markers were already put aside for a different project. I didn't want to get them out. Okay, then I went in with my light granny apple green. I did the leaves. Literally just scribbling color in. Your pens make you look like an artist. Okay, then I went in with the dark so saffron, and I added a little bit of this dark so saffron into the darker center areas of the leaf. And then I went over it again with the granny apple green. And that's all I did for coloring. Then I brought in those dies. Lined them up. Ran it through my machine. And I will be right back when that is done. Okay, I'm back. I've got those cut out. Alright, let me put these dies away so I don't lose them. Alright, now we can assemble our card. Okay, I'm going to bring our card base in. I'm going to bring this piece in. You can decide which side you want. This one I did it with the deboss side up. I think maybe I'll try this one this way. Okay, and I'm going to bring in multi-purpose glue. Come on. And it's, let's see, about an inch from the edge. Yeah, almost exactly an inch from the edge, from the fold. It's going to go the whole top to bottom of the card. Okay, then we're going to bring in our sentiment strip. We're also going to put Tombow on the back of it, or your tape. I haven't received mine yet. We'll put that centered side to side, but maybe an inch from the top, or a little bit more. Okay, then we're going to bring in some dimensionals. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And one on the back of 3 of these leaves. I think I'm going to bring in, I've cut out these out of gold foil. It's actually a scrap from the edge of, what are they called? It's from the scrap pieces, Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. Alright, let's see. It's going to go here. Let's try to decide if I really want to put those on there or not. I think I'm just going to leave them off. I'm just going to make it the way I originally did. Just because I'm not sure I like those on there. Alright, put this one on here. I'm going to put one of these leaves down here. And over here, breaking this edge so that it makes your eye flow. And then one up here. Okay, then I've made a bow with that braided linen thread, and I kind of pulled it apart a little bit. Added a little bit of something else to it. This is what it looks like before you do that. See the difference? Bring in a glue dot. Add that right here. And then I brought in some holiday rhinestones. And I just took one of the large yellow ones, put that over here. One of the medium ones right next to it. One of the small ones up here. There we go. That is our card for today.
It's really a simple card. It's like a casual crafter card. There's the one I did previous. This one I used strips of the burlap trim. Well, thank you for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper. Have a great day.